Shut up, the footy's on Triple M.
This is Triple M Footy's mini match of the round. Now, get ready for the first quarter.
Cameron against O'Brien. And Cameron clean possession, kicking towards the punt road end. The Magpies floats one in the hill direction, tries to slap it to Lipinski. Tackle on Jones. Released ball at half-back here for Adelaide. Smith, a little dribbler. To Keezer, my man, who was around the place but not really doing a hell of a lot. Then missed with the attempted soccer. Side bottom ripped into the ground. It's all a bit messy. And a magnificent run-down tackle from Dacos. And a free kick for Nick Dacos on the wing.
Never walk past a mirror without a fair degree of a glance, Keezer.
And it slid into the path of Pendlebury. Forward handball to Degoe. 48 from home. Back to Pendlebury. Runs into an open goal. Collingwood got there first. One straight, Adelaide haven't scored. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Well, you know who will love that one, Brian? Our man downstairs.
Yes.
That'll really firm him up, won't it?
Yeah.
That was a fantastic goal all the way through. And I think that's where their goals are going to have to come from this afternoon, Collingwood. Through that midfield, the chains through the middle of the ground. We've seen the first two times they've kicked long inside 50. Obviously, they've got so many injuries to their key forwards down there, and Mason Cox, I think, is going to have to spend a fair percentage of time in the forward 50, and if he's their go-to down there, I don't see them getting a whole lot of action from marks. It's got to be the ground level work, either the smalls or the midfielders coming back through to kick their goals.
Did you see that, Jay-Z? Just asking.
Oh, it was a nice goal, wasn't it? He's very good on the run. Does not miss on the run, JB.
Cox to the back. Maynard on the left. Dumps it out of there. Almost a mark. Taken by Nan Curvis. Crouch kicks him back inside. This time, the Texans in the right spot. And he takes it 25-30 out on about a 45-degree angle.
They look suspect, the Pies in defence.
They do. Repeat entries. We've seen it's just camped in their half a little bit. The last 5 inside 50s all going to Adelaide. So just setting up really well behind the ball. Really good one-on-one win by Nan Curvis with that ball exiting D50 from Collingwood. But, yeah, they just look a little bit suspect here.
Very good at this, the Texan. For Adelaide's first. Right through the guts.
Yeah, good.
Superb set shot kicker, Taylor Walker. 1-1 to 1-2, Collingwood by a point, Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Found Josh Dacos right in front of the MCC members here on the northern side of the ground as he goes short, looking for Sullivan.
Yeah, breaks it up. And then Noble went to ground, allowing them in. Rochelle goal side has got a player out in the square. The kick was superb, and it's going to be a goal to Adelaide. Well, we say that, and then we saw Harry Mackay last night. You cannot actually put in the book just yet.
It actually wobbled a bit, that kick. Got to him all right, but it was a floating sort of half mung, but it got there.
Well, Braden Cook, top of the square to make it 2 in a row. And he slams it through. Adelaide hit the lead. 2-1 to 1-2, Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Yeah, I spoke pre-game about Adelaide's pressure over the last month. It's been right up there with the best teams in the comp, top 4 for the season now. But the last 10 minutes, the average is 180 on the pressure factor. It's up at 228. So if you can average up around 200, just under, that's elite. So to be up at around 228 for a 10-minute period, that's why they're getting repeat inside 50s. That's why Collingwood can't get clear ball going through the middle of the ground, which they love. So great pressure from Adelaide, just need to sustain it now.
More precise precision. Here's Pendlebury off the stoppage left. Snap goal. Pendlebury's got the goal. He's got the 2 goals for the Pies. 2-2-14. Adelaide 2-1-13. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
And that's it. That's the only way they've looked likely. I know Pendlebury's kicked both of their goals now this afternoon, but it's going to have to be midfielders. They're going to have to work in front of the contest and get the ball back, or the smalls, because, as we've said, that long dump kick, it's not going to work for them.
Jay-Z?
Second goal for the champ. It's very good, isn't it?
Ball over the back of the stoppage contest allows Adelaide to get it through Murphy. Murphy on the left boot, turns around, faces the goal. Good looking kick. It's a great kick.
Murph.
Well done by Lockie Murphy. David Roden, the goal umpire, says yes with a big smile. And it's 3 goals apiece at the MCG at the moment. In fact, 3 goals, 1 Adelaide, 2-2-14 Collingwood.
Yeah, back in the side today. Lockie Murphy been out for a few weeks, purely on selection, so finds his opportunity back in this team. Played Sandfield last week in the leadership group too, so not too many players in the competition are in leadership groups and not playing in the AFL team. So important I suppose, day for him to perform. Nice finish there around the body. Sort of something out of nothing, wasn't it? Adelaide scored there, so good start from him. Good start, Adelaide, too.
Dacos got it to half forward. It was belted away from a couple. He had to go back and find it again. Dacos got it to Crisp. Now a forward handball to Pendlebury. Jams it inside 50. Hoskin Elliott. Where do you want it? Right in the bread basket from the number 10. And Will Hoskin Elliott from 40 out can have a crack. Punt road end.
Pendlebury up to 11 disposals now, 2 goals, 3 score involvements. He's on fire.
Will Hoskin Elliott.
Couple of clearances.
Slight angle. Kick on the way, looks good. He loves it. He loves it. It's there. Back to 1 point lead for Collingwood. They are 3-2-20. Adelaide 3-1-19. Triple M Beacon trade scoreboard. Pendlebury again. Inside 50 ball is superb for De Goey. What a quarter Scott Pendlebury's playing. And De Goey has it 45 out directly in front. De Goey, set shot, looks brilliant. Right over the top of the goal umpire's hat. 2 in a row for the Maggies. With 5 seconds left in the first term, they have taken a 7-point lead, 4-2 to 3-1.
Well, at the moment, this is a 1-2 punch out of the midfield. We've mentioned Pendlebury and how well he is playing, and also Nick Dacos, too. Those two combined, what are their numbers and clearances as well?
Yeah, so Nick Dacos, 15 disposals, 6 clearances. Pendlebury, 12 and 2 clearances and 2 majors. So combined, they've had...
Stop that, Ash.
Right.
There's a red button that you've had in front of you for 30 years. It's called a cough button, Bristol.
Did that slip out, Ash?
Is that one of those just come up
I
quick?
can't burp that loud, BT.
Is that deliberate?
Only lightly framed.
Must have been.
5 seconds left here. Just take a break, Ash, if you need it.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
this is Triple M Footy's mini match of the round. Now, get ready for the second quarter.
Start this second term with a bounce that favours O'Brien, picked up by Cameron. Now Sullivan end on end inside 50, bouncing it towards Cox. Bobby Hill comes in hard. It gets behind them all. Hinge misses the footy and hands a goal to the young little man in Richards. Good start, second term, Maggies. Richards hits the scoreboard. That's his second in the big time. 5-2-32, 3-1-19 on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
There's a bit of a mistake-a-thon in the defensive 50 from Adelaide. The ball just went in a chaos ball, and then Bobby Hill.
Nothing worse than this.
Anytime he's around it, you're going to get a little bit stressed, and Hinge just ran straight over the top of the ball, and then Richards was the beneficiary on the second side of the contest. Was sort of led to the ball by his defender, and then he ran over the top of it, so he got it.
Nothing worse than that ugly, Brian, that ugly sort of wobbling ball, and you got to go for a ground ball in the D50. You run straight over the top goal.
Collingwood to the city end here in the second quarter. Here comes Bobby. Bobby Hill has taken the mark 25-30 metres out directly in front.
Such a smart kick there from Noble. Sold everyone to what would have been his right side of the MCG city end, but just pulled the kick. Sort of more corridor. He saw the lead-up sort of space, wasn't it? And he sold all the Adelaide defenders right as well, so they've all come over to try and cover that lane, and he just pulled the kick late. Perfect connection.
I reckon he'll celebrate if he gets this. Bobby Hill. 25 to 30 metres out, directly in front. Good-looking kick.
Oh, there we are.
He has.
Yes.
Done the old jiggle, and he's got it working into Doug Nichols' round. Bobby Hill kicks Collingwood's 6th goal, 6-2-38 to Adelaide 3-1-19 on the Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Noble, lovely ball here for Schultz. Did he take the mark? Yes, he did. Tight angle. I'm not sure.
Reckon the umpire actually knew. I reckon he guessed.
Landed on the footy too, Schultzy, so he's either winded himself or pill-bagged himself.
No, he's winded himself.
I reckon well played by Noble too, pretending to go to check on him, but he's going to take his kick if he can't get up. Smart.
A lot of people hanging around trying to take it.
He's just trying to find some oxygen, JB.
I reckon you're right though, Brian. I reckon the umpire paid that mark on body language from Schultz. Schultz claimed it, and he thought, I reckon, did he?
Hard to say.
It's really hard from there, so very hard to umpire when you're on the wrong side of that too. We got the camera on the right side. But yeah,
Now Schultz.
Nothing worse when you're winded and people saying you're all right.
Yeah.
You can't speak.
I'd prefer a winding than a pill bagging.
Oh, yeah.
You get over them quicker, bro.
Yeah, you do.
The old nurry bag, that takes a long time.
The 8 can come late, can't it, Jim?
Schultz
Probably about now.
outside the field of play to the city end. The shot's on the way, looks good, left to right.
Yeah.
Schultz, was it touched on the line? Davey Roden wants to have another look. Beautiful in-swing bender.
Players think it's there.
Yeah. Normally Davey's decisive.
Yeah, this must be a real 50-50. He doesn't normally send it upstairs.
Which I love, Kate, by the way. That's why he's one of my favourites. No, that's a sausage. Just, but it is. Good send up, though. You've got to get that right. That's a goal.
Review complete. Looking at this angle, we'd see the ball's crossed the back of the goal line before being touched. Decision on the scoreboard.
There's something that wouldn't help those poor goal umpires to make that decision is that the post pad down that end is the exact same colour as the ball.
Yeah, right.
That would make that very hard to differentiate where the goal line is and where the ball's coming from.
Good call. Handball straight to Hinge, who was tackled. All the way to Dawson out the back. Tumbling ball from Nankervis. Almost mark taken inside 50. I think it might have been Rochelle. It's now pumped out of there. Hoskin Elliott's got it.
Oh, they're out.
Richards is out. He just hasn't seen him. He couldn't see him. He might still get involved here, Richards. He does. Handball to Schultz. Schultz, a dribbler. It's bouncing. It's not going to get there. It bounced over the head of Jones and is a goal to Collingwood. Can you believe that? Jones in the square had the play on the ball and it bounced straight over his head, and Reef McInnes was the beneficiary.
Jeez, he was unlucky, Chase Jones. Did everything right, was first back to the ball, was going to pick it up. It was one of those ugly bounces again. Just went straight back over his head, bounced straight into...
You can't believe that.
McGuinness?
Yeah.
McGuinness was the beneficiary of the bounce, but you can't... This was a terrible kick from Hoskin Elliott too, going inside 50. Had Richards over the back, eventually found him, but this ball here from Schultz, he tried to dribble it through. Ugly bouncer, bounce over Jones's head. You don't want that as a defender.
Dawson Mark still inside the centre square here, but on the forward side of it. He just goes an up-and-ended ball. That's a good ball to Himmelberg.
Beautiful.
Wow.
And Himmelberg took the mark uncontested. He just sort of almost chipped it in like a wedge and landed it on the dot. And now Himmelberg will line up 35 out in front as Collingwood players look at each other.
Similar to that Noble kick earlier on we saw going inside 50 for Collingwood. He loaded up Dawson to go long, like probably a 55-metre kick to the top of the square, and again just pulled it late, and all the Collingwood defenders, as they do so well, dropped back into that lane and just left a big hole for Himmelberg.
45th game, he's kicked 45 career goals, Ash. That'd be one a game on average.
Spot on.
In comes Himmelberg. Good-looking kick.
Nice.
Adelaide get their first goal of the second quarter at the 22.5 tick-tocker mark. It is 8-2-50 Collingwood to Adelaide 4-3-27.
Hamill, long ball, inside 50, Rochelle. Back came Noble, the fist to the back, lands with Murphy, should be a goal for Adelaide. He handballs instead. Fogarty in the end has made it a goal. Hard work, but it's there for Darcy Fogarty, his first. 2 in a row now, Adelaide, and they're back in this game of footy. Scoreboard reads 8-2-50 Collingwood, 5-3-33 Adelaide, Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Well, Byrne Murphy then looked like a man low on confidence. He's just come in from the twos, didn't he? He could have slotted that one and put it through, but he wasn't quite sure, so he gave it off.
Yeah, he did have Fogarty on his own for a bit, but it was a tough one to give to. By the time it got there, Darcy Moore was all over him, and then other Collingwood defenders were peeling back inside D50. So he actually did well in the end, Fogarty, to get the kick away clearly, but finally getting some reward for these inside 50 numbers. 17-5 Adelaide's way, but if you look at the goals kicked, 4 Collingwood and just the 2 to Adelaide. So domination of inside 50. This has been Adelaide's strength all year, efficiency going inside 50. So this is a complete opposite day today.
They want to get it inside quick. Murphy now launches a high ball. Sun's a problem. Plenty of Adelaide players there, and the mark is taken by Rochelle. And Rochelle will line up 20 metres out directly in front. Massive comeback here from the Adelaide Crows.
I feel like the thing they've been able to even up this quarter is those clearances. Ash, what are the numbers?
Yeah, spot on. In the first quarter, Crows are down by 9. They're currently even in this second term.
for 3 in a row. And to get it back to 11 points, Ash, I think it was 30, was it?
Yeah, it was 12 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, 30-point margin it was for Collingwood to get it back to 11. Roselli from directly in front, 20 metres out. No problems at all. He kicks the goal. Adelaide have kicked 3 in a row, and they are very much back in the hunt here. 8-2-50 to 6-3-39.
Crisp to centre half forward with a rain bringer. Bobby Hill at the back. Again, you've got to be careful. Tried to play for a free. Through came Hamill. Gave it to Scholl. And Scholl kicks a high one. Keezer, one out. In fact, he's got 2 to beat now. Going to do it pretty well, though, Keezer. Got the soccer forward, but we're running out of time. And that is half-time. It's an 11-point lead to the Magpies. As you heard from Ash, halfway through that term, it was a 30-point lead. Adelaide had done well, 8-2 to 6-3.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
This is Triple M Footy's mini match of the round. Now get ready for the third quarter.
We start this second half with a good bounce.
No cameras here.
O'Brien down.
Way on.
Laird a little sneaky one forward. O'Brien tried to thump it further forward by fist. Good handball from Rankin to Laird. Laird goes to half forward in search of Tex. Real poxy kick in the end.
Better than that, Lairdy.
What is that?
Stumpy.
That was just garbage. And now Josh Dacos, who does kick it beautifully, goes to Reef McInnes. Might have had his hands chopped, doesn't matter. Bobby Hill. Beautiful pick-up, slicing run. Gives it to Pendlebury. And Pendlebury goes to Crisp at centre half forward.
Crisp plays on, but he got it on his wrong right foot, and he missed the kick up to Lipinski. Michael Annie was able to get it to Keezer in the last little twinkle of sunshine on the ground.
Come on.
Kicks it out wide. Poor kick it was. Gave Moore a chance. Picked up. He dished off the handball to Scholl, and he kicks to Walker on the lead. Walker marks, gets up, plays on. 45 metres out, slams the door straight from behind. Marnus Gore, 6-4-40. 8-2-50 Collingwood. Little handball came out to Pendlebury in the middle. Got off to Degoe. Degoe cuts his way through the centre circle. High ball to Bobby. Bobby's going back. Bobby marks. 35 out, plays on, short kick and finds his target in McInnes. And McInnes should not risk it from here. He's 25 metres out, tiny little bit of angle, and needs to go back and kick the goal. It's a 10-point margin in favour of the Pies at the moment.
Well, 3 Amy Klanger kicks in about the space of 2 seconds in that play from the other end of the field. It was Keezer, then it was Dacos, and then couldn't make amends, Adelaide Crows, and then it just went down the other end. We know how good Collingwood are at transition play.
Reef.
Yep.
McInnes.
Tim.
25 metres, lightly tapping the ball on boot, kicks the goal. He's got his second. Collingwood 9-2-56. Adelaide 6-4-40.
From the Texan. Wants to go fast and straight away. The penetrating left foot hit. Gets to the back. Oh, Murphy's had a shocker. Just got to find someone by hand. He does, and Scholl kicks a goal. Magnificent left foot penetrating ball from the Texan. Sets it up. Answering goal for Adelaide, and we are back to 10 points on the Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard.
Yeah, Isaac Quainer. Texas able to sell Isaac Quainer, is going short with that left ball. He had 2 opponents to stand at the one time. Quainer, it's very hard to do that, if not impossible, inside 50. And Tex sort of lowered the eyes early, made out he was going to go short, then banged that big dart, as you called, Jim, over the back. And well, they nearly coughed it up. Murphy nearly fumbled it one too many times to give it off, but in the end they kicked the goal. Really important goal too, back within 10 points now.
To Goey and O'Brien, he's just handball straight to the opposition. Quainer picks it off. Oleg Markov into the middle. Crisp. Sullivan. Degoe to Noble, who arches the back. And in game number 100, kicks a magnificent running goal. Johnny Noble from downtown gets his first. And quite rightly, they get around him. 10-2 to 7-4. Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard.
Beautiful finish there from Noble. There's a follow-up. He just keeps running, keeps providing. It's hard to believe that this man was not in their grand final team or premiership team last year. When out of the side late, came in, and he's having an outstanding year now.
It's the mid-season draft that picks up the old cronies. There's Keezer.
Come on, Keezer.
He's got his shorts tucked up frontwards at the front end of the shorts. Beautiful kick to Fogarty in the pocket. Sort of like the tennis players when they get sweaty and hot, they tuck them up the front a bit and look a bit sexier.
Is that sexier, is it?
Fogarty, according to Keezer it is. That's good.
Okay.
So Fogarty's right on the boundary line, 20 metres out. He's going to have a right foot snap running towards the middle of the ground around the body. Pretty standard these days. Fogarty executes. Pretty good looking kick. Yes, he's got the goal. So it's 2 goals apiece here in the third quarter. Tight contest. And it's a 10-point margin in favour of Collingwood on the Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Just keep hanging around Adelaide, don't they? When Collingwood look like they're just starting to gain momentum or have repeat inside 50s, play the game in their half a bit, Adelaide go down and score. So this is what they've been able to do, just hang in games for long periods of time this year. Bit of a poor start to the season, lost their first 4, but they've really bounced back the past month.
Nick Dacos off a step, inside 50, carries pretty much everybody. DeGoey, the bull, gets it, a spinning move. Out the back is Crisp and a goal.
Very good.
Very nice finish from Crisp. Good involvement from Harrison, the sub. And there we are. 52-69. They eke their way back out again, the Maggies. And the goal kicker was Jack Crisp. Nankervis again does nice work, but then he gets taken in a tackle, gets out of it. Jordan inside 50, Keezer. Here he is.
Oh no, he nearly played on.
Cometh the hour.
Oh no.
Cometh the Keezer.
He nearly played on.
He did.
That was checking the air on the ball.
He's checking a lot of things.
I think he's squeezing the ball because he thinks it works for Jezza Cameron, Keezer.
Yeah.
So he's having a go at that.
Better not touch his arms too much
There is,
because they'll be
he's
too
squeezed.
slippery, and then he can't touch his hair too much because it'll be too sticky.
He's hoping Whole Proof for watching the
There we
CEO
go.
there and might get a sponsorship.
20 goals, 23 career set shots for Keezer. Oh no! He got the little stuttery steps. Oh no, Keezer.
Did not look natural.
Never looked like it.
Here's an opportunity for Harrison, the sub. Handball came via to Crisp. Crisp neat kick finds DeGoey. Immediate handball to Schultz. Schultz kick to Bobby Hill. Hill marks 40 metres out, tough angle.
I reckon that. Oh, he's going to go, Brian.
He does. Short kick back into DeGoey. Missed him. And DeGoey socketed it back in the field of play. And Adelaide are going to take it away through Cook. Cook has got it on the wing and he goes out wide and he might get it to Tex. Frampton looked a little bit iffy the way he was working back into it, but he outmanoeuvres the Texan. It was like a slow skate off as the kick lands with the hinge.
How many intercept possessions have occurred in the last 10 minutes? It's extraordinary. It's like that you're deliberately kicking to a player in the opposite jumper.
There was no Collingwood player inside 50 where that ball dropped for 35, 40 metres.
Nankervis, long and wide. Tex at the back. Should have taken it, didn't. And then gets wrapped up, gets boot to ball. Chopped out by Darcy Moore, siren. So, ordinary end to that term from a skill point of view, but it's still only 17 points.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
This is Triple M Footy's mini match of the round. Now, get ready for the fourth quarter.
This final term started out of the middle. Pendlebury's been supreme. Inside 50, magnificent to the go. Just too much heat on the kick. Now Michaelani has Hill to contend with. Hill goes off the ground and kicks it behind. 18 points for the Magpies early stages final term.
Important point. You've got to kick 3 goals to win it. Actually 4. All 3 goals won. Knocked down by O'Brien. This is to Rankin. Rankin to Keezy. Probably should have given it back to Rankin, but Nick Dacos intelligently stuck with Rankin. Kicked over the top here to Dawson. Dawson on his left foot, got the off the slide of the boot, slide to Rochelle, runs in an open goal, and the dribbler gets him there. First blood to Adelaide. Rochelle's got a couple. Nicely done. 11-5-71. Collingwood leading Adelaide 9-5-59 on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
A big defensive breakdown from Collingwood. Jordan Dawson, he had no opponent anywhere near him. Was going to fly as the third up, but saw that the pack had dropped, so it was Quainer. Quainer's tried to take or be in a position to take an intercept possession. The kick from Keezer went straight over his head, so Quainer in the middle of nowhere. Then his opponent has had a direct score involvement. That's poor from him.
Smart from Tex, smart from Dawson. As you see the big high long ball come in, Tex just worked Darcy Moore under it, let the ball bounce and feed out the back. He knew his numbers are out there. Then a clever kick from Dawson set that up. Adelaide right back in it now.
So Tex, captain's goal. Is he still the captain? No.
He's just pretending.
Oh, hands it off to Hinge. The left footer Hinge from long range. Oh, wow. What about that? Hinge kicks the goal. 2 in a row, Adelaide, and we are back to 6 points.
We didn't know what he was doing, but he knew exactly what he was doing. He was waiting for Mitch Hinge to roll around onto his left peg and just slot it from outside 50.
Ball up here. Knocked out wide. Spills to Rankin.
No!
He's kicked the goal.
What?
Rankin has kicked it. He turns around to the crowd and says, shush up. He has just put Adelaide in front with an absolute clinker.
That is a ripper.
Jeez.
73-71 Rankin. Unbelievable.
That was beautiful stoppage craft. He was just lingering and then he went through at full pace. His opponent was never goal side of him. You cannot allow him to get there, but beautiful tap and then just did enough to keep the ball in front of him. And then that clinical finish, that's what we love to see.
O'Brien doing the ruck work. Cameron knocks it down. Chris beats Mahenry, but he's got no backup support. Dawson's able to pick up the footy. Just got rid of it straight to Finn McRae. McRae gave it to Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill from inside the square finds DeGoey on the lead. DeGoey's marked at 50 metres. Man on the mark is going to come back to 51. Oh, the umpire halved it. He was going to go back to 50. Keane disputed it, and he only come back half of what he asked anyway.
Clever.
He's still within range.
Wow.
An Irishman being clever, Brian.
So DeGoey now, man on the mark's at 52 and a half. So he's got to kick at 56. DeGoey from the square. Bangs it forward, it's going left, and it's a minor score. It's a point the difference in favour of Adelaide with lots of time on the clock. Now Keezer on the left, his ball's smothered off the boot. Ricochets to Collingwood. Quainer's got it through the middle to Chris. Chris running through the idea a little of the MCG. Oh, he ran out of wheels. He ran out of wheels. Handball back to Nick Dacos. Nick Dacos goes long, and DeGoey's marked. DeGoey has marked 30 metres out on the slightest of angles.
Jeez.
Wow.
Jordan DeGoey. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. Collingwood down by 2 points. DeGoey a shot from 30 on a 45-degree angle to put the Collingwood Magpies in front. DeGoey's got it.
He's a big time player.
DeGoey's kicked the goal. Collingwood are back in front. Clock stops at 1:58. Collingwood by 4.
Wow, what talk about big moments. To go back, slot the goal, a man that slammed his head on the ground as well. We thought he might have been off for the rest of the game, and that means this next week as well. But you flip down the other end, O'Brien going inside 50, almost missed his boot. They get another opportunity through Keys, smothered. They're just not converting Adelaide going inside 50, and you flick down the other end, just easy as pie going inside 50. So big finish from DeGoey. Still an opportunity here from Adelaide, though. They've been pretty good in centre bounce of late.
It's fast ball time for Adelaide. They trail by 2 points. Remarkable game of football. Rankin's taken it from the stoppage. Bounces away. Dacos passes it. And he's done his hamstring. Rankin's done his hamstring.
And they've called that he's run too far.
And he's run too far. It's the double jugger.
They're slamming each other in the pocket. Haven't heard it.
There's a free kick down the ground.
He has done his hamstring.
He's saying the free kick's down the ground.
That's a big blow for
I thought he said he ran too far.
Yeah, he did. That's what the free kick's for. It's coming back.
Okay. So it's a Josh Dacos free. Rankin still holding the hamstring. I'm not sure whether is a string or cramp. Josh Dacos soaks up the time on the clock.
I reckon it's a string. He's still grabbing it. He's done.
5 seconds. Rankin looks like he's done his hamstring. Collingwood hold on to win. Collingwood win by 4 points.
Catch Triple M Footy's mini match of the round every Monday and get everything else from Triple M Footy by downloading the Listener app. For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy.